Good morning and welcome back to episode 10 of building an extension on the back of my house. So we've got the lintel, that's been rectified, he came and changed it the other day. We've got all the insulation, we've got cavity closures, we've got wall plate, we've got wall starters, we've got air bricks, we've got wall plate hangers, we've got wee poles. I'm pretty sure now we've got everything we need. So there's a few jobs I'm going to do today. I'm going to take the red corbel fancy brick bit on the corner, I'm going to take that off and fill that in just as though it's like a normal corner, because we're going to put that corbel bit on the other end of the extension. Then obviously we'll just run the fascia right across so it looks like real nice and tidy on the front there. I'm going to do that today. And another little job I want to do as well is, even though we've only got one concrete floor beam, I'm going to cut that in half. Instead of hiring a still saw like I did when I cut that door out at the back of the garage, I've been out and I've bought myself a 9-inch angle grinder, and I'm going to try and cut through the concrete floor beam. I know it's got a steel rod in it, or a few steel rods that go through it. I'm hoping they're only little, so I'm hoping the 9-inch grinder will just cut straight through that. So we'll get that out now, and we'll mark out. It needs to be 230, but I'll double check the measurements before we cut it. Cut that and put two of these in now out the back, and finish off cutting my pockets out as well at some point, because I know the distance between each floor beam, and then I can carry it on, you see. So we'll get the 9-inch grinder out now, and we'll get it all rigged up, and we'll get cutting that concrete beam. Yep, that's me. If you don't know who I am, my name's Dan, and I've taken on the biggest project of my life. Just had a delivery that we've got one bent lintel, you see it there, look, and one concrete beam for the floor. So building an extension on your house, all we've had is one problem after another. So the centre's the bent lintel, and we've only got one floor beam. We've waited 4 weeks and they've sent us one. So they're going to have to wait another 2 weeks now to get another 4. Yeah, honestly. Move a pack of these around the back, and then tomorrow I might move that pack of bricks, and then Sunday I might move that pack. But the blocks are going down pretty quick, so I'll see how I get on tonight. Yesterday I moved both packs of blocks around the back, and then tonight I just moved the rest of the bricks round. Finally got the lintel placed to a nice new one. It's time to break out this concrete. I've borrowed a little breaker off my brother. It's absolutely perfect for what we need it for. So we've got the concrete out. That breaker was brilliant, it's like a hot knife through butter. So what I'm going to do now is just get the pick into this hard stuff here what we've been standing on, loosen it all up, and then have a rake about, level it best I can. Ready for the builders coming next week. Ta-da! Concrete has all gone, so I've levelled it out best I can. There's a bit of stone there, I could maybe, once all these have gone, I can level that out at the back, obviously because the fall's coming down towards the drain, which is over here. I need to change that drain, and it's all going to run into that drain there. This was brilliant, like a hot knife through butter. Recommend, if you need any concrete getting out, these are the tools you need. Spot on. I've also put some visqueen down on here because I didn't want any weeds coming up. Before the builders come, I'm going to take this corbel red stone out on the end and just piece it back in as though it wasn't there, because we're getting another one rebuilt up on this corner when it gets built, and this is the bricks. Once I installed these two beams, then I knew the exact spacing for each pocket for the rest of the beams to go in. So there will be a slither to go in on each one, but I'll come back and do that at a later date. There was a 20mm gap along this side, so I just did some sand and cement mix and filled it in level with the top of the beam. Here you go, this is me cutting the slithers to go in the block and beam flooring. I needed to cut 9. So after cutting these and covered in dust, I thought I may as well cut out this corbel on the corner. Look at that. Is that supposed to be like that? I'm taking the corbel off. Obviously I'm just going to piece it in. I'll put this trim back on because I'm not going to get it all done today, it's too late in the afternoon. I'll put this plastic trim back on and we'll leave it till next weekend. Just cut round there with the angle grinder, just made a start on it, and then I can get a full day on it, and you see, taking it out and then piecing it back in. Today we've put them in, and then obviously I've cut the pockets out so they're all perfect now. Nothing else I can do today really. Oh my god, the dust on my hair. Oh, oh, Lassie's going to love me when I get in that shower. Oh god, I've done all my cuts today so I don't have to do them next week. So here we are back, another weekend, but this weekend the rest of this floor will be going in. We only managed to get this in last week, one beam. The reason I say one beam is because they come in lengths of 4.8, so I cut it obviously at 2.3, two lengths of 2.3, and we got this in last weekend. And also last weekend I started grinding out this brick corbel on the corner. And we're hoping to take this out and brick this up this weekend and get this floor in. So we're going to be busy. We'll get the 9-inch angle grinder out and we'll go around the front and we'll start cutting some lengths. Get in, you beauties. Waited 6 weeks for these. and it took 4 weeks for the other one to come. But now they're finally here. Now the builders can come once this is in and start bricking up. Let's go. Also, the doors come yesterday. These are heritage French doors. I'll put a picture up on the screen now what they look like. So it's only 8:30. I'm not going to start using the angle grinder till 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Bit disrespectful, isn't it? Before 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. Well, everyone who works Saturday starts at 9, don't they? So.
I better roll that all the way to the end. Or it's falling off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Out there. Yeah. Floor down, just a little bit on the end, I'll show you now. So I'm going to cut, if I put it in long ways, it's not quite sitting on the wall. So what I'm going to have to do is do a load of cuts all the way along and bed some 30mm flag like that underneath. So that's what we're going to do now. I've marked them all up down here. So we're going to cut them now, and then we can bed them on this 30mm flag stuff. So I've cut the 30mm flag and I've just laid it on, look, so I know I've got enough. I'm going to bed that 30mm flag on, and then also obviously I've cut my blocks. I'll get the hammer and bolts and just break these. Blue Ridge Mountain, shadow in the window. put these cuts in at the end. And what I need to do now is I'll put another mix in and I'll point all these up along here and then put the last blocks in. And I think that'll do me for today. So the floor's down now. I'll get the cement mixer, I'll set it up on here, I'll do like a really wet mix and I'll just tip it out and brush it in with a hard brush so it nips all the blocks up. Yes, the floor is in, get in. Block and beam floor all installed and level. Also I've just done like a thin layer of wet mix of sand and cement just to brush into the cracks of the blocks, so when that dries hopefully it'll stop any movement in the blocks and nip all the little gaps up. So the next job is now is to take this corbel out on this corner and piece it back in. So I don't have to cut these ones out because it's going to be an internal wall plasterboarded. All I need to do is this side and just piece it in nice and tidy and point it up. So we'll throw a mix in, get this corner pieced in and all pointed up. As you can see, I've got it all pieced in, just a little bit to do at the top with some cuts. Pretty good to me. That's the inside, just pointed it up, look. I'll tidy this mess up down here, have a sweep up. So I'm going to rebuild this corbel on the other end, so it's just going to be bricks all the way across the middle. It's going to look loads better, and fascia's just going to continue now all the way across. So I've loaded out as much as I can. I'm going to fill this wheelie bin up with water and I'll show you why. the tap is right in the middle of the cavity. So we're going to fill this bin full of water because the builder's coming Monday and I need to remove this tap off the wall. That will do for this episode. In the next episode, each night when I get home from work, I'll do a little recording of the progress of what the builder has done. But it doesn't turn out as we expected because we have become the victim of a cowboy builder, and all will be revealed in the next episode. So it's official, we're having our first meal in the new extension. Cheers.